Hello everyone, I'm back with the next Muskie of the Week feature. I'm here with Ben, I almost said men, Ben from men's volleyball. Keep going with that. You can introduce yourself.
Ben Busalacchi, senior this year, outside hitter on the men's team, and I'm a computer science graphic design major. Planning to come back for my 5th year to just kind of finish out the remaining classes, and I'm from Muskie, Wisconsin.
And so first question is, what brought you to Lakeland?
So I was kind of not sure exactly what I wanted to do in college, so part of it was also the athletics part, and with the coach here being my club coach, so there's already that connection that was made. And another part was that when I got here, I know I'm more towards like the computer side of learning and kind of the components in there, so I was kind of drawn towards computer science, and then eventually kind of pathed out to also being graphic design. But the courses here for computer science were definitely interesting and kind of also led me towards coming out here, and the professors were all really welcoming and nice.
That's awesome. So then, like, what got you into playing volleyball? Because from, I haven't seen very many men's volleyball players, so like, it's very cool.
Men's volleyball 4 years ago was still kind of like small, but it's also kind of it's the largest growing sport to date pretty much as compared to other sports. But my sister kind of got me involved with volleyball. At first I was like, not really sure if I'll like it or not, because I was a football, basketball, and tennis player. But then she talked me into just trying it out for like a church league, went in with that, and then eventually I went out for club a couple months after the church league ended, and then kind of got the love for the sport and kept playing ever since.
Nice. Are there many colleges that have men's volleyball, or would you say like it's developing?
So a lot of colleges have it. It's more D3, but there's a lot of D1 and D2 schools that have it. Not every D1 school has it, but now that it's growing a lot more, there's more schools that are starting to add it. But there's also the part of, if you add a men's sport, you have to add another women's sport. So there's that kind of line that you have to find a sport to add if you want to bring men's volleyball to your campus.
Why do you think other people should play volleyball or try it out?
I think other people should try it out because although it is a tougher sport to get the handle of all the components and everything combining, it's also something that if you just kind of play it here and there, you'll start picking up things and how to play, and then you can eventually evolve your skills and eventually get to a good point in where you can play with many of the people out there.
So I don't know if this is just something that I've grown up thinking or something like that, but do people have to like be tall in order to play volleyball, or does it like not really matter?
Height doesn't really, it's not that big of a effect in the sport, but depending on your athletic ability and your height, that plays it apart. So mainly your taller players are going to be those who will be up at the net blocking and hitting, but you could also be a really short player and have a really high vertical to where you're touching that same height that those taller people are, and that's going to be something that can still be used and like exploited also. But if you're a shorter player, it doesn't mean you can't play volleyball. We also, our libero, he's definitely on the shorter side, but he can still jump. It's just that if you're not as tall, you'll probably find a spot in the back row where you're digging the ball, passing, and keeping the ball from hitting the floor.
Good to know. Debunked that. Okay, so what would you say has been your biggest struggle playing volleyball like these past couple of years?
Past couple of years, definitely a lot of it has come to COVID started that out, so it kind of put a hold on a lot of athletics and that. But then it came to now that you're at the college level, the pace and the time that you have to put into the sport to show improvement and growth is a lot more than what it would have been if you're just playing like a club or a high school. So it takes a lot of time and dedication to put towards the sport to show improvement and really excel.
I guess the last thing I'll ask you about something like a little fun and different in there. Do you have like a funny thing that has like ever happened to you like during a game or practice like throughout your years playing volleyball?
I think it's a lot, but I think some of the funny ones are when you're in a game. A lot of times people like start cheering obnoxiously when someone gets hit in the head, but there's also a lot of times where you get hit in the head, you can still play it out, and there's been a couple times where I've gotten hit in the head or straight drilled into the shoulder, still got the ball up, and then we eventually won the point. So then you
like that counts.
Yep,
like if it hits you, like and it bounces
if it
up.
hits any part of your body and still makes an upward motion, it counts as a dig or an up, as other people call it. But one of the funny ones I had was I got lit up in the side of the head. The ball still proceeded to go over and land in the court, so I basically blocked them with my head, and they're all cheering about hitting me in the head, and I'm just like, just laughing back at them. I'm like, I got the point.
Yeah.
But,
Any way you can get it.
a lot of funny things that can happen on the court and off the court.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you.